Excellent. Well, we're back on the MPGN tonight after millions complained about the disaster of last week. Last session, the agents killed the Ghast after From took matters into his own hands. Izzy was found to be diseased and Humphrey worked out how to repair the pump. Overnight, another Otyugh attacked, with a recharged Nightchester being its undoing. The next day, Nala removed all the diseases that Izzy had accumulated, and the agents finished repairing the pump. Returning to their estate, they considered options for how to get rid of the tax collector, Guido Ita. Nala had a plan to marry Sepsinia to the tax collector that would solve two problems. However, there are problems within this as the agents head to the Beggar Wood to chat to the leaders of the beggars about who might be interested in helping get rid of this tax collector. They stay overnight, and the next day they meet Krug, I think some four-armed barbarian who is still smarting over the apparent destruction of his party recently, or that he sees it may happen in the future. And Nala tries to cut a deal.
Not yet.
No, I don't know whether Krug has, though it seemed like Krug might have been heading towards that from recent information, Ash.
He's not, doesn't have any presence or anything like that, but it ain't looking good. No, to be fair.
No, I understand Mick very much wanted to see the whole party die, so things are just being held in abeyance until Mick can watch the party die, which will include Krug.
No, I don't want the whole party to die. That's Dave's MO.
He's just taken your words, Michael, and put them back to you.
No. I do feel that way, considering he flanked my character the worst.
But I'm still laughing about the window wiper. That was hilarious, Michael.
No, it wasn't.
When you were dumping shit on people, and it was pointed out how many characters you've killed off. And I think it was BJ with the window wiper.
It was. I did not choose to kill the characters. The die rolls did.
Oh, well.
I just don't pussyfoot around like a couple of DMs I know.
Ooh!
That's it, never running again.
Not you. Let us live, punk.
Well. Yep, you'll never get that name window wiper if you don't adopt the Michael Parnaby philosophy. Well, guys, you are in the Beggar Wood. It is the morning. You have camped overnight. These guys have told you that they are not stealing things, but clearly they have to survive somewhere out here, and it would probably seem somewhat unbelievable that they are merely just living off what they can find. But you have seen no evidence. They haven't waylaid you. And in terms of, I think Nala has paid a down payment of 100 gold pieces and promised 900 more if the beggars will take care of the tax collector, who you guys have said, or Nala has said, further information will be provided about where to waylay said tax collector.
Wait. Just to avoid confusion, did you say kill or take care?
You're right.
If you're a mobster, one and the same thing.
Well, I mean, I don't want to find a month from now that they've, put him in a nice house.
Well,
or renovated kitchen.
Yeah. I'm just guessing that Krug's the sort of guy who, when someone says to take care of someone, he's thinking about ensuring they never need to be cared by anyone ever again.
Yes.
But Ash could tell me that's not the persona he's going for. That Krug will in fact, provide the tea, crumpets, the whole lot, nice blanket.
Look, not a bad guy, but a relatively simplistic one in that sense. If he says take care of them, I think it would be take care of them.
Yeah. Well, you tell me. I mean, you do know there are rumours about what these beggars are doing, and you would feel there may very well be some tension between people who are perhaps law-abiding, who would find these guys are doing the wrong thing. But obviously, as you've seen from Guido Eater, it's very clear the Count is either encouraging or at least turning a blind eye to some fairly harsh or stringent measures that can only hurt people.
Mm.
I agree. Paying this guy to murder him is the good thing to do.
Well, then it's what plans. I mean, no doubt, who are you with? Goethe is the leader of the, or the leader you've met at least, Goethe Thresh, who says, so how will you communicate these plans, Sir Nalla? And how long do we have to get in position? I mean, will they be led to the Beggar Wood? Will it be somewhere? I mean, we can't travel too far. We'd be picked off by Sir Guy's men.
Mere details. As I say, this seems to be a tactical genius's plan, and so I am done. So Humphrey, maybe you can shed some light on the rest of the plan.
Well, if I remember to in-game 30 minutes ago, what we discussed was, weren't you going to convince him to meet the young lady, Sepsinia, out here in the woods to try and get them together for a pending
Yes.
pending wedding or something?
Yes.
So, over to you.
Nice handball. I'll pay that.
I honestly cannot remember last week. Alrighty.
So you could conceivably name the date in X days. This will be here, and then you'd obviously have to let them know if that didn't come off. Recognizing that, the problem with Guido is he is not a noble, and there is almost no way, short of Sepsinia eloping, that they would get married.
Oh. Okay, that changes the entire plan from last week, doesn't it?
No,
had to,
we don't have to have her here. You can just lie about it.
Yes.
You can just say, yeah, she'll meet you out here, and then not invite her or even let her know that we're doing that.
Alrighty, what he said. See, Humphrey is the man with the plan.
Here, sit on my hand so I can properly puppet you through this.
That's alright, I'll heal my ego damage later. I'm fucking tired.
Tired. Well, what about Mick? I mean, Mick only sleeps for a couple of hours a night at that. He's go all the time. And he's got 5 kids to look after.
Yes, well, it definitely was that last night.
Oh, wait a sec. Can't Chester just suggest the guy go into the woods? Like, can't you mentally dominate someone and force them into a life or death murder thing?
But I'm afraid, is there no other way but death?
Well, yeah.
Well, why not try that first?
Because it costs us more money. That's what we were.
Didn't take you for the materialistic.
Oh, for the good of the people here. They need more money to build the barony, and is it a barony? Whatever it is, duchy.
Yes, you're in a barony, and the county is the wider area where you.
They're overtaxing the people. They'll die of hunger.
Mm.
This is the greater good that we get rid of this guy.
Okay, if From will accompany me.
Sure.
Lead the way.
Wait, so you're in the beggar wood. Presumably you would return to your estate, where you know Guido is lounging around, not in the house, waiting for the harvest and the money from it to be fully realised. But Nala had obviously suggested this plan to Guido that he could enjoy the fruits of nobility if he was married off to Sepsinia.
Or Morgana?
Well, if you that hasn't been suggested, but I guess that Chester, if you wish to make that suggestion, that might bear immediate fruit.
No, he's too tall for her, isn't he?
We could cut off his legs.
Cut him down the size.
No?
So,
Okay.
so I presume are you going to tell Krug any like X days time, or is it going to be we'll be back with more information, or we'll bring the guy to you?
I've got no sense of time in this. Is it? If we said in a week, like, because it took like a day to get here, didn't it?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could make it a week. I mean, clearly things are going to take. You would expect, or you would think that Guido would think things would take time because presumably you would need to, even if you're not actually doing it, talk to the Crab Estate, get Sepsinia moving from the Crab Estate to the Beggar Wood. Like that obviously takes time. I mean, you can't just get a mobile phone and text someone, "Hey, Derek, Andrew's destroying my computer. Can you help out now?" Like things don't happen that quickly.
It does with magic.
Why are we getting Sepsinia to the wood? Is that becoming part of the plan now? Is that
The beggars are going to off everyone we don't like at once.
Yeah, but I mean, we help them. They're kind of allies now, aren't they?
Well, you're giving them money, so if they're very happy with that arrangement.
No, I mean Sepsinia and her mum. They're allies
yes,
now.
you have
that's right.
formed a greater bond, but there's still a strong expectation that Nala and Sepsinia are going to get married, and you were waiting to have Dame Crab back to your estate.
Yeah, but we're not luring them into the wood to kill this other guy, just in case they themselves get hurt, because we don't want them to be there.
That
We don't
could make
want
things difficult. Yes, you don't have to involve Sepsinia in this plan at all. It seems like you're only trying to plant the thought of Sepsinia in Guido, the tax collector's mind, and leaving the actual Sepsinia well away from any danger.
Well, that was the bit that was up for Nala, wasn't it? Were you trying to figure that part of the plan out?
Yeah. Try. I think last week I was thinking of just trying to organise a lovers' tryst for them to get him out there, and that was the way of trying to get him isolated.
Well, you can go back and try that. You can ride with them here. You would have to see you'd have to see how that works on Guido when you get back. So are you going to head back to the estate and tell these guys that it could be a week and you potentially be bringing Guido here?
Yep.
He has a posse, doesn't he?
He has 10 men. Yep.
That's going to be a problem, I think. Unless we get them all drunk. That
I
could
mean,
work.
they all knowingly guard a tax collector who overtaxes the people. So, I mean, evil. I think we can all agree they're evil.
From could suggest if we need to check, he can sort of detect evil, but if we're comfortable with that, he'll just stand back and go with whatever the group decides.
I love the moral flexibility of him.
Wait, you can detect evil?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I move closer and whisper to him, is Morgana evil?
It whispers very, very quietly. I can't tell 100% between daytime and nighttime.
That's Chester.
All I know is Chester's fucked.
Not gross, evil.
Oh, I'm not a cleric, so I'm merely a paladin. I can, not tell the difference between gross and evil.
Okay, so you can detect if his guards are evil or gross.
Well, evil, but not if they're gross. I'd have to ask Nala for that, or even Morgana. I think she knows how to be gross.
So standing next to From's knees, Chester looks up and says, Did you say my name?
Yes.
Say my name. That was a Peking Duck song, wasn't it?
Say my name.
Anyway.
Say my name.
Does he then slap him in the face and say, keep it out of your mouth?
Gross.
Oh, I'm so glad you said. I actually thought you were going to go down the road and say he slaps him and spits in his mouth, and I'm like,
yeah.
I thought that was just like
That's it.
I'm like, wow, I'm afraid that escalated. Fuck, a duck.
So Nala agrees to marry Sepsinia. I believe is the unanimous decision.
That yep. If anyone disagrees, say nay.
Speak now.
No. Excellent. Well, that's
no, didn't hear anything.
All right. Well, I'll assume you guys head back to the estate.
Yeah, we'll message them when we have a full.
Yes, the beggars will await further information. Now, let's make diplomacy checks as you presumably head back through the village of Suchess. Jeepers. Well, Umfray clearly has other things he's worrying about. But I think Chester, Umfray, and Nala, and From maybe getting a cuppa. You guys,
do you want me to do it as well? Okay.
Well, I mean, you're going to get the information. But you may know you're obviously talking to Umfray about something important, swords or something, or whatever. I mean, Umfray did get more than you, but he really still got a lot lower than the others. You do hear that there are 4 leaders of the beggars, and that they all have a price on their head for effectively stealing. They're believed to be stealing stuff. So again, they've never faced a court, but the county as a whole has put a bounty on each of the leaders of, and there's 4 of them, called the 4 Hoods in the Beggar Wood. Now, you've met them, and they might be shifty, but they say Umfray and From, they did not strike you as evil per se, just people who'd been driven to live in the Beggar Wood by hard times. And as you've seen, by unscrupulous tax collectors like Guido, who are literally squeezing more out of the place than the place can really afford to pay.
Okay.
But that said, there is still issued by the Count a bounty on the heads of each of the leaders, which includes whatever her name was, Gertha, the leaders in the Beggar Wood. But having heard that as you pass through the town, you have reached your estate. You certainly hear that Guido has been indulging himself, and his men have, in as much of that the estate has to offer that they can, while waiting for you to pay up. And I guess Guido wanders over to you, Nala, and says, so have you made the arrangements? If I was there.
I think she just wants to jump to consummation.
Well, make a diplomacy roll, Chester. He seems he doesn't he sort of says, well, no, I'm not looking for short-term game. I'm looking for something longer than that. That wouldn't sound right. Not what I've heard of Sepsinia. She doesn't seem that sort.
What we've heard, you only have a short-term game.
He certainly gets annoyed by that. He says, "How rude! I'm a representative of the Count." I think let's I know we've cut a deal about this tax collection, but we might have to move it back the other way. Pray I do not alter it further.
Yep.
To quote one of Ash's favourite films.
Please wait. If you haven't noticed, Chester has had a vacant stare for the last few in-game days.
Yes, I used to have 24 children as well. I can understand why that would be a struggle. But still, Nala, where's Nala was suggesting this plan seemed really good for me. I could literally retire from this and, like you folk, bask in the glory of an estate. I know you've got a plan for making me a noble, but if I can win Sepsinia's love, such a path might be a lot easier. Nala spoke such honeyed words to me as if it was just a trifle to arrange.
Nala is off getting a cup of tea at the moment, maybe.
I can understand the reflection as well. Assuming you accompanied Nala, how did the trip go? When do I meet my betrothed? Is this going to happen? When will I be elevated to noblehood?
Give him the thumbs up and just say Nala has all the details, having negotiated on your behalf.
Well, we have to make sure that it is amenable to both sides. You are obviously encouraged by the upside and the increase in opportunity. Have to make sure that Sepsinia is also as amenable.
Well, of course you will. What's there to not like about me? As he sort of, does a few poses, then twirls his sword around a bit. I'm the Count's tax collector.
The heart of ladies is fickle.
So true, so true. So true.
So we're going to be seeking to organise a meeting with you and Sepsinia, but it has to be away from prying eyes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can make are you trying to make, this almost sounds a bit like a bluff check, but I realise there's some diplomacy in this.
that I'm choosing diplomacy.
He, I mean, it's not one of your better things, but still, you think you've made probably a better crack than Chester. You've sort of said a few of the right words. And he says, so how long will I have to wait? Where will I be able to meet Sepsinia, and how long? How far away?
Where's Sepsinia's place in relation to ours?
It's a couple of days away in, I think, a different direction.
Of course it is. It's so hard to tell in this particular
Yeah, I
shelter
know.
map. We're having to. Well, it'll be on the edge of the Beggar's Wood, where Sepsinia is returning in a few days from another location, since I can't get any idea about the various locations on the map. And as a result of that, hoping to organise some time for you to meet.
Well, if it's the Beggar Wood, that's a bit dangerous out there. I'll be taking my men with me. Dangerous for Sepsinia too. It could be quite dangerous out there for her. One of her noble birth.
That has not proved a problem in the past for us, or Sepsinia. Perhaps you are mistaken by its reputation.
Well, it's fairly well known. But yes. So sorry. How many days did you say until then?
3 days.
Right.
3 days.
Well, I will ride out there. I assume you'll accompany me to handle the protocol, the arrangements. But yes, that sounds great. I'll lead out with my men, and obviously if it doesn't work out, we'll be back to take the tax money you owe us. And if it does work out, well, we will have reached an agreement, and we'll probably all be a lot happier.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, what are you guys going to do in the next 3 days then? I think you have some other places you could potentially look at, or we could just accelerate time for 3 days.
Yep, why not?
You could, yes. Yep. If everyone's happy, we can.
Yep.
There's no downtime in this, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So Guido certainly comes to you now on that day and says and you notice he's actually attempted a shave. Possibly he's even used soap. He seems to have brushed himself up a bit. And he's saying, right, we're all...
First, isn't it?
He's hoping that is not the case. He is ready to go. Are all of you accompanying him? Because otherwise he says, well, I don't exactly know where to go.
Is he taking his entourage?
He is.
Surely you don't need such a large entourage with us as well.
Well, that's true. Maybe I'll leave 4 of my guards here, and I'll bring 6.
Oh, do I risk it and try and persuade him to leave them all? I look over
Might as well.
at Omfrey. It was his original suggestion.
So why are you looking at me? Stop looking at me.
He looks back at me all confused, and then I get a hot flush. And
Ooh. Menopause?
I will. I'll cast a series of cantrips first, nonchalantly, La la la. The prestidigitation, mage hand, that kind of thing. Then I'll slip in a sow thought. And I'm going to sow the thought that it would be impressionable if he showed up with just us on the lady. He's undead, isn't he? He's immune. Fuck.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, red eyes.
His heart is undead.
No, he's not married yet.
Right. So, what is the DC I should be aiming at, Michael?
DC 18.
So you find that perhaps your less than successful earlier diplomatic stint has not helped, but he's unlikely to go without any, but he does say he'll reduce his number to 4, because yes, he can leave them a little bit further back.
All right. And now our assassin will take them out when no one's watching.
So you guys head off and you approach the Beggar Wood. You obviously get, it's nearer the end of the day by the time you get there. There's the standard makeshift village. They sort of know you, but they seem a little on edge given you've brought the tax collector to them with some of his guards, though he's not Sir Guy or the county, if you like, police force. Gertha says, you've brought friends back. Well, we've got plenty to sell here, particularly for someone who might have some money. And Guido... Yes, go on, Ella.
I was going to say, I head down there and I encourage a little bit of ale drinking by his guards.
Sure. Does that mean you're paying money for this?
Are you dancing around seductively, handing him drinks?
You have a vicious daydreaming head.
You don't know why, but Esther walks over with a pole and sets it up under a tree and motions to you, Nella.
I flick a gold coin across and say to the guards, drink your fill. We'll look after him.
Well. Yeah, who knows? I mean, let's say there's 4 of them, so 5 copper. So what's that? 20 copper pieces for them.
I handed over a gold piece.
Excellent. The beggars are happy. I mean, really, you can see the stuff is pretty crap, but given that someone else is paying, in other words, they're not, they're happy to drink it. But I'm sure it'd be like drinking methanol or something like that, which obviously is not going to be very good for their health in the long run.
Did you say the beggars, Andrew?
Yep.
Yes, well, they're beggars basically, but I mean, they're like a community, but they don't appear to have much. They're providing this, or you're paying them, but yeah.
Weren't you doing the off-duty guards, Derek? Or did I get that wrong?
Yeah, they're giving it. Derek's paid them money, and they're providing these drinks to the guards, the 4 guards that Guido has brought along. Guido himself, though, Nella, is saying, so where is Sepsinia? This doesn't seem the right place that Sepsinia would be seen in. I know you want to keep us out of prying eyes.
There's a short walk down this way as I start to lead him off into the woods to the prearranged spot location.
Well, is it prearranged, though? I mean, what have you done to prearrange this spot?
Well, how are we gonna? Like, we organised it with what's his face and said
You
we'll bring him back.
effectively left with you'll provide more information.
Oh, okay. So is the dude even here or not? Do we know?
Krug's around. I mean, his party doesn't seem to show up, so he's certainly around. He seems to be drinking a bit, unless someone tells me that Krug doesn't drink.
So I'm gonna
Krug
head
drinks.
back and I'm going to find a waif, pull another gold coin out, hand it to him, and say, "Go find Krug. Tell him we'll meet him by the waterfall with he knows who."
Okay. Yep.
Why am I doing all the roguey stuff? Alrighty, and we head to the waterfally place that I just said.
Sure. Well, let's look. Let's assume that Krug does turn up, and Krug makes very short work of Guido. Let me just see whether or not. I mean, there will certainly be some screams, but clearly, the rest of you, because I think you know what's happening, you'll hear some of the screams. But the 4 guards there seem to be drinking, and it seems to be enough general noise in this area because these guys are all having fun. By that I mean the beggars. They haven't heard.
Once the deed's done, I look for the writ on his body to go collect taxes.
Yep. Sure. You can find the writ. Let me add in, because really you find he's generally got crap stuff, but I will put in the inventory. $60 gold.
Is this when Nala finds her calling?
So you've found some copper, silver, and gold that are in the inventory. Everything else really wasn't worthwhile, and obviously the writ itself.
Weren't we meant to provide the writ to someone else? I can't remember now. That's what I thought we were going to do.
Well, the writ is something the Count provides to enable you to collect tax on the Count's behalf.
Weren't we going to give the writ to some of the beggars to actually collect taxes on our behalf? Or
yeah, that's right.
No, we weren't doing that. We were never doing that.
Oh, sorry, I'm just going to go talk to Angrad.
No, because we don't want anyone to collect it. If we can just have the writ, then why would we give it to someone else to collect taxes?
Oh, we could
I
sell the
thought we made
writ
a
to the
deal.
highest bidder.
No, we keep the action ourselves, or have nothing happen to it.
Or we just say to the Count, we paid Guido and Guido disappeared. So good luck finding him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, currently, you would think the 4 men who accompanied Guido would know. In fact, probably even the 6 back at your estate. And Guido has wandered off with Nala. And obviously, at some point, Nala would come back and Guido won't be with him.
No, we can depart here and go to the Count and say we were hosting poor Guido at our estate when his men savagely turned on him. We managed to save your writ.
So you have the writ and that money, and Krug is looking at you as if you need to pay up 900 gold.
Yep. Yep, so I got 50 gold left in my bag of holding after that.
Okay. Well, Krug thanks you and trudges off. Guido's body's still lying there.
Are you holding all our gold?
Yep.
Awesome. We're now broke.
Now as the
So
accountant,
Chester
what could go wrong?
2,400 in the bag. From has 2,400. Izzy has 1,349. I have 56 because I paid for it all out of my own pocket.
Well, that's not
So
fair.
I think you're okay there, Chester.
You should take some of the money off the other guys to reimburse yourself.
Take it all from Chester then. Okay.
No, not Chester.
Um,
Spell components are expensive.
He has a lot of kids on the way.
I do not.
So, yeah, then we can head to the count and try and get the count on side saying that what's your face's Guido's team offed him. We think they offed him to look for the writ. But we'll
I
return
mean,
it to the count.
But I mean, if his people capture them, then they're gonna spill the beans.
What beans? They said one thing, we said another.
Yeah, but even if they say the other thing, the count might be like, "Hey, it's these guys, whatever."
I'm sensing you feel the need to demonstrate your battle prowess.
No, not at all. I mean, where's Guido? Can't we just talk about it with him?
So, just checking that, Nella, have you returned to the rest of the group to have this discussion, and what have you done with Guido's body?
Shoved it in the waterfall.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we-
okay, fair enough.
He can eat with the fishes.
Yeah.
We'll feed the fishes.
Okay, well, I'll let you continue to answer Humphrey's question.
What was your
Which was-
question, Alpha?
Where is Guido? Why can't we can talk about all this with him?
Be back in a sec. And yes, do what Humphrey says.
Okay, go talk with him. I think I have speak with Dead here.
Wait, he's dead.
Come on, you were there for the planning session, dude.
You're gonna take care of him. I thought we all agreed you were just gonna take care of it.
Yeah, Pharasma decided to take care of it.
Jeez, I can't believe you killed him.
You give me too much credit.
Oh, good. So it wasn't you.
Or was it?
Okay. It's a very confusing turn of events.
Yeah. Humphrey seems confused that Guido is dead, and Nella seems confused that Humphrey doesn't know this was part of the plan.
Yep, I think it is a bit of crossed wires here, at least.
I mean, we just needed the writ. Did you need to kill him?
Why did we just need the writ?
Uh,
Do you mean this writ? As I go.
oh well, that's good. I mean, what do we do with the guards now?
Yeah, they're having a great time.
Do we just explain to them that he's had an accident and raise an eyebrow?
I think it's up to you to explain that he's done himself a mischief.
He's done himself a mischief, so it was an accident. He fell in the waterfall or something.
Maybe I think he might have run off with sepsinia or something.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, why don't you just tell the guards that's what happened?
Because I haven't thought that far ahead.
So let's say one of the guards comes over and says, "Oh, Nella, where's Guido? I saw you walk off with Guido. Is he meeting Sepsinia?"
Yeah, down that way. Maybe he'll be returning soon. You never know.
Well, I won't assume, but I assume are we staying here for the night? Is that what's happening?
I think you can enjoy the rest of the night as I hand him another gold and say, why don't you just take that over there and put it on the tab?
Excellent. And he wanders off.
Fucking hell, this is escalating. Some thinks
so
to
he-
himself, this is becoming quite interesting, watching Nella try and avoid marriage. Because that's the only end game.
Well, that's
Exactly.
true. We are trying to avoid the greatest of evils, so this is all lawful and good as far as we're all concerned.
This is very righteous, yes.
Well, so you guys, I guess, can either stay, and it is late, but you can travel through some of the night and get back late to the estate if you wish to do that. Travel at night, or you can camp here. The 4 guards are obviously, having a bit of alcohol.
How inebriated are the guards?
Sorry, Nella?
How inebriated are the guards?
Well, with 2 gold, they're not going to be super inebriated, but I mean, I'm sure if you wish to pay a bit more money, they could end up that way.
Easy.
Oh
Yes.
god, you're not pimping her out.
No. I noticed we have some poison in our universal backpack of a party sheet.
Oh shit. I'm out. From literally just walks the fuck off and goes to meditate on the rock facing away. He's out.
I need to look up and see if Erasmus is evil or good.
Nella's descent into darkness.
I was going to say, I think we're going to have our first fucking full-on proper alignment shift. That's amazing.
I don't think there's any need to. Let's just get them more smashed. If they go back to the count and say that Guido's dead, has been murdered or whatever, they'll cop it because they didn't protect him and will possibly be executed. And that the issue might take care of itself because they don't know we've done it at this point.
Agreed. I have no blood on my hands.
Yeah, they've only seen him walk off with Nella, so the rest of us aren't implicated at all.
From can't even hear the conversation that's happening, so that's all good. La, 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 la.
All right, so you guys are staying here with the guards, and so then we get to the morning where the guards will certainly say, in fact, let me roll. Do they? So in fact, one of the guards comes back in the morning and he's carrying Guido's body. And he says, it looks like Guido's been stabbed. What the hell's gone on? I knew we shouldn't have stayed here. Nalla, what the hell have you set up here?
Oh,
These thieving beggars, they've stolen his money and stabbed him. And you can see about 25 of these beggars all sort of get up and start looking at makeshift weapons as the 4 guards draw their swords and say, Nalla, you represent the law and order in this county. Help us take these beggars on.
I do I? Okay.
Well, you're with the stand-in Baroness Morgana, and you are all dames and sirs, at least, of the barony of Bethany Estate?
Do I have? I don't have message.
Where are we all in relation to this discussion that's occurring
Right.
at this present moment?
You could be as close or as far away as you like to be, but you at least know it's happening.
Okay.
It's just a case of where. So the 4 guards are clustered together now. One of them has sort of let the body drop as they have their swords out. You guys are relatively close, and there's probably anywhere between 20 and 25 of these beggars. Luckily, at least Krug doesn't seem to be a part of this. But the numbers certainly aren't on the guard side, and they are looking to your help to take these guys out, or whatever else you may suggest.
I say to the guards, are you just doing some quick maths? It may not be the smartest move to provoke.
Well, we
Provoke
need.
this range of obviously poorly equipped, but a high number of
You
individuals.
certainly run a convincing argument. So they moved back towards you and said, "We must get out of here. Let's get out." Now, if you guys choose to leave, then you can either say, "Let's have the combat," or choose to leave, because the beggars, they're not stupid. People like Umfrey and From would carve through quite a number of them, so they don't want to die.
As I'm walking away,
Oh dear.
I
Oh dear.
reach into my bag of holding and pick out about 20 silver and throw it up in the air as a distraction.
Right. Well, someone else potentially may have provided a distraction. From, are you backing away, or have you decided a different course of action?
He fuck. He before the coins go up into the air, doesn't run, but walks with intent over to the body.
Mm-hmm.
Looks down, gets on his hands and knees, has a look at the body, seeing, and stands up, draws his sword and points it at the guy, and says it was you.
Which guy?
Dice tell stories. The guard. The guard.
All right.
So you're accusing the guard of having killed Guido.
Yep. Because he doesn't know anything better. He's come back with a body, had a look at it. It's a stab mark. He's got blood on his hands. Angrad says punish.
Right. Do you think this is a bluff check because you're not certain, or an intimidate check?
It's probably more an intimidate because he's 100% sure in his mind. What's left of it?
It doesn't. It's not. That's not a very. Here's you. That's not a very. You don't come across as extremely intimidating. Almost as if, because you're not quite certain, because obviously you didn't see it. So you make the accusation, and the guy just says, "That's not true. There's no gain in it. I merely went walking off and found Guido's body stuffed in the waterfall."
I trust in my friend. From has led me through many battles, and when he decides that the Almighty has plans for thee are coming.
Oh no! What did From do?
Well, this guard says this guard says, "Listen, we did not do it." So they adopt a a fighting stance. Let me try and find something that's going to be the guys.
Well, at least rolling percentile dice to help you make decisions and come up with ideas makes things interesting.
I'm here to back your play.
I love the fact that everyone else in the party's gone dead quiet. Like, yeah, nah, bro.
This particular scenario has turned out rather interesting.
I'm innocent of all this stuff that you guys have kicked off.
I can honestly say I would never not have had a clue this is where things could end up. But
Izzy's been in a room the whole time. She has no idea what you're talking about.
let's put some people in a different spots. Nella, and then I need to find these guards. That is the one I need. Except for, well, it's...
This is fucking mental.
You love it.
I kind of do. I turn every character into a yick. No, I don't.
Yeek was cured. He had a magic beanie.
Fucking magic beanie.
Oh, what was it? A pink sock as well?
No, it was a head sock puppet. He's like, no, everything's fine. The sock puppet's like, kill him. Anyhow.
Right. What else do I need to do? Oh, yep, turn these guys visible. And then get you all to roll initiative.
Yeah, from May, I've already initiatized.
Or if you've already done it, that's all
Yeah.
good.
Wait, we have to fight? What?
No, you don't have to fight.
Yeah.
I won't put that. None of the beggars are going to intervene. I can add them in if it became necessary.
We'll give him a night off.
Izzy, you see that swords are being drawn and that combat's about to happen. Do you wish to intervene or not?
Oh boy. Wait a second. Something crazy has happened to my map.
That's just how we play tonight, apparently.
Right. Yeah. Something weird happened. Wait a second. I'll get involved. But give me a second. But I am going to observe and wait until because From's right there until From kicks things off. I'll slot in behind him.
Okay, so you're delaying until
I'll go to 18. Yeah.
18. Yeah. Okay, Humphrey.
Kill.
I'm going to draw my weapon and shield and then move between them and say, hey, knock it off.
Humphrey becomes the adult in the room.
Oh, hang on. I've got to drop that there.
From
So you've gone that way. So he's going to step sideways there.
it's just note I've put Guido there, but that's his prone body on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. So he's taken a swing at the guy, the mercenary, superstitious.
And miss.
Mm-hmm. Possibly on purpose.
Yes, Izzy.
All right. Izzy is.
So you've seen From swing and miss, but Humphrey say, hey, enough. So there's different actions you're your party members have taken.
Just casually walking over that way.
Yeah.
And I'm going to target the very superstitious mercenary, number 4.
Yep.
And
Superstitious, nothing to whoa.
And you have missed.
I wasn't sure what I was doing there. I shouldn't have hedged my bet.
Half not in it.
Exactly.
Certainly seems the case. Guido lies there dead. Chester.
So what number is he? Number 1, mercenary number 1. I'm going to sow a thought that his heart is not in this battle and should flee for the.
Is this a bit like when Reach is facing 4 guys and he says, I'm only going to fight 2, and they wonder why, because he says 2 will start running once he beats 1 up?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Well, you forced the roll, did you?
I did.
Yes, you did.
Oh, jeez.
Well, he
Okay.
he
Yeah.
succeeded.
No, I'd rather die.
Yeah. No, he can go fuck himself too. I look at Sir Humphrey and say, I'm trying.
You certainly are.
Parnaby.
Look, I think I might just reach around and bless people.
Oh, bless. Look at you.
Pharasma, aid us against these guys.
These neutral guys who have a really good reason for attacking.
I haven't told Dogbio to do anything yet, so he can sit on his ass.
Fair enough. They recognise what you're
Okay.
doing.
Oh.
Steps up and attacks you. And misses. So it's going to be a lot of air swings. This guy says, we're not copying this, and attacks Nala.
Oh,
Rolls a 2, so I don't think I even need to look at that. Attacks Nala.
What did I do?
well,
How long have you got?
This guy was stabbed with knives, and Nala clearly doesn't. Oh.
That was the best. Oh.
From becomes the first blood of this combat as you are hit by mercenary number 4, suspicious mercenary number 4. Morgana, I'm sure, sits back hoping that Chester will be okay. And we're back with Humphrey.
Well, I mean, I tried to defuse the situation, but now they've gone and done it, so I guess I'll start swinging. This is on them, though. I hope
Yeah,
they
it's a
understand.
complete Han Solo thing. We don't know who shot first.
totally not what you were hoping for. So, oh,
See?
Well, that is a miss.
And I'll tell Dogbio to attack one.
All right. In Dogbio will no doubt do that. From.
I'm not being flanked, so I don't have to worry about that.
oh,
My God.
Hello.
Not confirmed. Not confirmed. Image done. Yep. Izzy.
I'm going to acrobatics to there so I don't draw fire from number 1.
Yep. You need to get
Clear that.
16.
Yep, roger that.
Which obviously you do.
Yep. Okay. Come on. Come on.
It's a miss. Oh, you wouldn't get 2 attacks though.
I didn't.
Oh, didn't you? Oh, because yes, sorry, apologies. I thought your first one was that's a hit. No, that was obviously the successful acrobat. So yes, you have missed. Guido stays there. Dead. Chester.
So, feeling a little deflated. He's going to try it with mercenary number 2. Okay. Running away would be your best option. Yeah.
And you feel that his mind is weaker than others.
No Flankency Deutsch from you.
Okay. Nala.
I'm going to 5-foot step to here. And then I'm going to pull out my Destiny's Barb.
Mm-hmm.
And go, I've got your back from, as I take
Shoot him in the back.
Hang on, I've got to make sure it added. Yeah, I did put bless on myself. Alrighty, and I hit the mercenary.
Well, yeah, it probably does thud into him. It doesn't seem to do any damage because it doesn't actually hit him.
He's undead. And I reloaded. Click.
All right.
That's all.
Dogbio is. Have you given a special indication where Dogbio's going? All right. Yep.
He's. I can't tell him to.
He's just attacking the closest one. Is what you're saying? Yep. Fair enough.
Yeah, I can't order him to flank or do any other tactics or whatever.
No.
But he'll do it anyway because that was the closest. So he'll give it a go.
Come on, Dogbio. Let's get your first kill.
He doesn't do that much damage. Oh!
Oh, not confirmed.
Boo. Oh, 2 points.
Yeah. Right. Well, this guy. He is going to move to here. No, in fact, he's going to have an attack at Izzy first.
Mm-hmm.
And miss, and then move to here. This guy does a full round retreat, so does not provoke an attack of opportunity, and rapidly moves away. How far could he go? So he's probably about there. Number 3 steps to here and decides that From is being flanked, so let's take From on.
From the pincushion.
And he is hit From, who is very much likely to be like that. Oh, and max damage.
Oh, big hit.
Number 3, he also attacks From.
But he can't flank with a dead man.
No. That Guido, useless. Ooh. Critical hit.
Oh,
And he goes down.
another big one.
It's tough.
Righty.
And then Dame's just watching, so we're back to Humphrey.
Well. So
From's leading us in this battle. He will
5 step there. Have a go.
You mug.
You have hit.
Sweet.
Damage done. From you have you feel like a bit of a magnet. They've all sort of clustered around you, even the dead one.
Can I do a 5-foot step to unflank myself?
Yep.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. It's not 2, it's 1. Hi. Actually, if I do that, I'll go that way.
In 2, you can do that. It just costs you 1 action.
That's right. Look at you. You know the words. Mercenary 4. Don't know how damaged he is, so I'm just going to continue going for the same shit.
That is a miss.
Oh, ball sauce.
Izzy.
Okay. Pulling out my second dagger as a free action.
Yep.
Moving to there. There. And continuing to flank with 2 attacks.
Yep.
What's 2? Yeah.
One
Oh,
hit.
one of them hit.
And you killed one.
All right.
Nope. Chester.
This one, mercenary number 4. I'm going to sow a thought that playing dead would be a smart idea.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He seems to resist
Fuck
that.
me. It's fucking bullshit, Andrew.
Well, Chester, it was something. Nala.
So, I'm going to channel.
Yep.
I'll only focus on From, since he's the only one who's requires it.
Feeling poorly.
So you have selective channeling.
Correct.
Yep. All good.
Well, actually, I can only selective channel 2. So the 2 are going to be the suspicious mercenaries I do not heal, and I also provide 9 hit points of healing to Guido.
Yeah, well, yes. Okay, he's dead.
Good.
5 foot step there. Done.
Oh, he was only unconscious. Take that.
Dog BO.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Oh, he hates this guy.
He does. He's got. And Dog BO has killed it.
Sweet.
Nice work.
I wonder whether that's an Umfray kill or a separate Dog BO kill. Think about that.
Better chalk it up for dog beer, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got to get his own tally. That's right. All the squires should have their own as well. Thank you.
Josephus. So that's that guy. So he runs further away, and I think that will obviously be chalked down to a Chester kill. As he was sent away. This guy
streak up on the leaderboard now. Bloody hell!
This guy drops his weapon and sort of kneels down and says, I surrender, I surrender. We're only meant to be guards to Guido, not to die for him. All right, I will be back in about a minute.
So should we tell this guy to admit his crimes and then
Kill him anyway.
take him back as the one who killed Guido?
Oh, that's so mean.
Oh, that's pretty fucking epic.
I'm fine, eh?
God. I thought, wow.
No, I thought it was the guards because one of them came back with the body. Isn't that what we're?
Well, From legit thinks it was the guards, hence why he would not have done anything, because that,
I mean, it was knife injury, so it's clearly not any of the party members. As I look between Nala and Izzy.
No, it's like a huge ass cleaver, not a knife.
All right, I'm back. So yes, what's happened with? What have you decided to do with this guy?
I mean, we could, if he were to admit that he was the one that killed them, I mean, he would have to really believe it, and I don't know if we could alter his memory that way. And I look at Chester.
He does believe it.
Oh, I'll believe I'll say anything. Don't kill me.
I saved my spell because it probably wouldn't work anyway.
Don't let that witch turn me into anything unnatural like.
Okay, Sam.
I mean, what do the beggars think? What should we do with this guy?
Did they enjoy the show?
If anything, we represent the people, so let's ask them.
Well, they say we don't want no trouble. We don't want to attract the attention of the Count here. If we're too much trouble, the Count might send his forces here. Although at least the wood's big enough for us to survive at the moment. But he can only be trouble for you, given you've just effectively fought the Count's tax collectors.
Says who?
Have we though? I mean,
They
if
killed
all
his-
of these bodies disappear and I point to all the bodies, then who's going to say what happened?
Well, exactly. And the guy goes, "Oh, I won't talk. I'll say whatever you want me to say."
Yeah, yep. Just go with these nice forest people.
No, don't leave me in the beggars. Take me out of here. I'll go to some other town. There'll be a caravan leaving. I can get a job and go far away from here.
I don't know if I want this guy leaving my side.
Was there any winking involved when you said go with these nice forest people?
Yeah.
That just because, I completely wasn't paying attention because From was sort of looking at the ground.
I mean, I do feel kind of bad for him. It's almost enough to recruit him into my squire group.
Into your squiredom.
Yes, let me
It's like a
become the
fiefdom.
Calbio. I could do it.
Oh,
So doesn't he have to fight Dogbio to the death though? Whoever wins out of those two is your new squire.
not yet. It's not time for the tournament of Calbios yet.
Okay. It's just something From thought he heard was the way.
They need to acquire the Calbio energy, and then there can be only one, and they fight to the death.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys want to do with him?
It's just the fucking funniest thing of all.
I'm happy to take him on as a squire.
Yes, I can be a squire. I could be a good squire.
But if you
You want
guys
to
think
sticky
it's too
tape
much,
all your squires together?
if you guys think it's too much of a risk, then speak now.
So if he did go, I think if he did go back to the Count, and, if he did, he'd pretty much guaranteed to be executed as well. So would he do it? So I don't think there's much in it for him to go back and say what happened, really, when he could just disappear. Just me.
Chester, Nella, From, what do you guys reckon?
I think Pharasma will judge him whether he lives or dies.
Okay.
From just looks at the poor guy, shakes his head, and thumbs down.
Ooh,
Okay.
like an arena style.
Yeah. And then he legit grabs the pommel of his sword and puts it to his head and starts praying to Angrad. Because he's quite uncomfortable with
the guidance that he was given, but he must go with it.
Okay, I guess From isn't going to forgive you for killing your master then. Sorry, guy.
My name's Sam. So you're going to let me go then? I'm going to become the next Calbio.
No, I don't think that's what From was indicating.
But I want a red shirt too.
You're
Looking at Chester.
about to get one.
Oh, snap.
Or actually, you could convince me otherwise. That one that ran away, do you know his name or where he comes from?
Oh well, that was Bert. Yeah, he's part of the guards too. But I mean, he's been here for some time. I mean, I don't know where Guido managed to find him, but he was hanging around Lougheed, the capital of the county.
Okay.
I mean, he might have, if he's got back here, he'd be probably trying to get back to Lougheed and people he knows, or back to the rest of our guards who are at your estate.
Well, cool. So deal with this quickly, From, because we need to get on our horses and find Bert, I think.
The Thunderstone.
From, are you executing this guy?
Yes. So, do you want me to just roll an attack, or it just happens?
No, I mean he's not resisting you. I mean you can virtually coup de grace him. So
Yeah. So basically, I take his head, left to
Do you-
right.
Does he gain his?
You get a healing revival that makes you feel much better than you felt before.
Does
And
he
at
gain
this-
his first
and-
blackguard level, or?
And at this point, From's really confused why, because he didn't see Naylor do any of this shit, why Angrad has made him feel better and stronger after taking a guy's head who was part of killing his boss. So he now has some internal contemplation to do. And maybe he needs to rethink being a positive paladin.
Angrad, yes, may yet have to think about things From, but I mean, this was still a combat. This guy really presented a risk.
Well, it was all punishment, and it was he did the wrong thing. He was part of the group that killed their master. As far as he knew, he prayed and was told punish. He couldn't actually do it the way Angrad likes, which is fire. So it was quick, and he got the red shirt that he requested.
And your logic is completely solid with regard to being lawful good.
It's just so hard playing this type of character, guys, because it's
No, I mean-
not me.
It's so good.
I mean, just for next time, he had surrendered, so there was plenty of time for fire.
He looks at Umfrey and says, duly noted. I am ashamed of not taking the time to praise Angrad properly.
Okay.
There will be flames, purification flames next time.
It's almost
And then-
like the words of Angrad have come direct from Umfrey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like he hangs his head because, that was a lesson he knew, but he forgot in the heat of the moment that there was always time for fire.
So,
and
so are
flames.
we all shifting alignment now? Is that what's?
Yes. I mean, no.
Anyway, let's kill Bert or find Bert or whatever.
Given it's a new day, yes, you could attempt to track if any of you have tracking skill.
That would be handy.
So let me just assume that potentially, because he was somewhat flustered, although I'm sure this is all part of Nala's grand plan, so maybe not. It's you see on Guido's body that there is in fact very nice set of studded leather under his clothes. He was obviously dressed to impress. I'm sure, all done in black and red with lovely polished studs all over the place.
I'm gonna just casually detect magic in that direction.
It is magical, and there is a masterwork rapier. There is an ever-burning torch.
Should have been an ever-burning body, but that's
Yep.
okay.
Ransack him and the guards. That's correct.
And a disguise kit. And a set of did that come across? And a set of thieves' tools. So if anyone, let's just assume you work it out. It is a +1 studded leather piece of armor. The rest of the stuff is in there, which was the thieves' tools, the masterwork rapier, I think, and the ever-burning torch. So are you, I assume that's in your party fund, you'll share that out. Are you going to attempt to track, or are you just heading back to your estate?
I can't track. I'm not good at it. Any of you guys want to find that
I don't
guy?
know how to survive in the wilderness, but I think that way's north.
Right. Now let me... so you do have some form of skill, is that what you're saying, Nella?
Let's say some very rusty skill.
Well, certainly you would need to make a perception roll, I think, as well.
I'm going to perceive a fail.
So you certainly think you spot the tracks and you are able to follow them if everyone is coming with you.
Yeah, yep.
Luck load, boys.
You can then make
Definitely.
another survival roll.
Oh, God.
No witnesses except for the 25 or so beggars back in the woods.
Yeah.
Do you really think
all
that
of
the
them?
beggars' words in this environment would stand up against ours?
No, that's true.
Yeah, we can always
And
burn
you
the
then-
forest anyway.
It is quite a large area, but you could attempt to. You lose the tracks, Nala.
Yeah, I thought that would be likely.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. He obviously came to his senses and has been swinging from the trees like a predator.
Do we know roughly where he was going? Was it back towards the capital or back towards the estate?
Well, it could have from here. It could have been to Lougheed or your estate because they're relatively close. So you don't know which. Well, it could have been somewhere else. But as you were told by Sam, the guard, he was picked up in Lougheed. That's where his relatives are, and obviously the rest of your guards are at the estate. Rest of his guards, rather, are at the estate.
Well,
We should probably head back to the estate.
yeah. Agreed.
Fair enough. Let's assume you get back to the estate. The guards are obviously, they approach, and so where's Guido and the other guards? What's happened? anyone
The
gonna say?
betrothal is going well, and he has gone back to their estate.
So you can make a bluff roll. I'm free.
Nothing to worry about here.
Yeah, that's right. Let me lock it down, or give me a moment.
Get another map ready, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That sounds
Okay.
good.
Let's just use this. map.
Are you accusing me of lying?
Oh, they are.
Oh,
I don't think
Commoner.
you've ever heard Humphrey be so unconvincing.
Commoner having a go at Humphrey. Oh, fucking hell. Guy's got some balls on him. He's going to die.
Let me,
Or something, I don't know.
One.
Vision, it's a 22036-1. Upgraded black on black.
Let me see. I assume that Dogbio is by your side. Humphrey, Rom and Chester and Nella.
Am I saying this while From's got that other guard's head swinging from the saddle of his horse?
If From wishes that to be the case, sure.
Tom is not that character this time.
Okay.
He's not a half orc that likes to collect bits.
Ooh.
He's shrunk it to make it easier to carry, of course.
It's in the bag of holding. Like, who carries it on a horse these days? That's so second edition. I don't know.
Now, if you guys could all roll initiative, please.
Did we have an overnight journey, did we? Because Dame Morgana's prone.
Dame Morgana is what?
Pregnant.
Prone.
Yeah. That's very
Oh, I'm
Dame
changing my
Morgana.
dice color. These dice suck.
Right, I'll change that.
We're going. Of flame.
Oi, what's all this then?
Izzy, you see that that Humphrey's efforts are quite. In fact, I'll swap these guys around. Humphrey's efforts have been pretty poor. You expect combat.
Probably pathetic. Gotcha.
So that's pretty good. Shut up.
All right. Yeah. Whatever. I think this was expected. So 1, 2. What was it? 1, 2, 3. You know what? No.
Very courageous.
No. Just there. And I'll take a swipe at Mercenary 3.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That
Okay.
is a miss.
Take that.
Dogbio presumably hasn't been given any instructions.
Yeah, he's just as surprised as everyone else.
Probably true. I might just move Dogbio to 11.5 then after you.
Sweet.
Waiting for you. This guy lifts his crossbow and he's going to fire it. Oops, wrong guy. He's going to fire it from.
Oh, racist.
And he fires it very wide.
Excellent.
This
Just
guy
like I
is
like my
going
women.
to fire at Izzy. And he hits Izzy. He's obviously zeroed in on.
Sexist.
Doesn't do a lot of. Doesn't do a lot of damage. This guy is naturally going to. Jesus, he rolled a 1. He won't be much of a problem with. He's just waving his sword around at Humphrey. Next one walks up to attack Humphrey. Misses. And the last one. Maybe that isn't the last one. He's going to have to shoot at Chester, I think.
I would.
Yeah, I mean, it was either Chester or you, but he missed. And I'm pretty certain that anyone shooting at Nala has got no chance, and that is correct. Chester.
Because I'm blessed.
Yeah, that is true. If Bless is on, I would need to turn that off because Bless would not be on. Awesome, thanks.
Mercenary number 1. I'm going to sow a thought that he would like to throw his weapon at Morgana.
It's gonna crit now.
I think that's a great idea.
Yep. You think he fails, so
Crit, 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 crit.
Sweet. Take this.
that is a hit.
So do that left.
And then as my move action, I'll tell Dogbio to sick him.
Yep. Well, I presume you will presume you'd attack the same one, and that is a miss.
Oh, Dogbio, you disappoint me. Shame upon your ancestors.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I've moved to
Yep.
there.
Yep.
And I am going to have a shot. If I get on the right tab. So do that one. Attack Himskis. Oh, that was a 20.
But that is a miss.
No. Well, I'll have to do from things, I guess. 5, 15. Go next to Dogbio. There's no paladin shenanigans, really. So I'll just... Oh, far out. Oh. Is that a hit?
That's a miss.
Oh, really? How rude.
Morgana's obviously so much rough bottom. So back to easy.
Fly around and puke spiders on the Morgana. What are you doing?
That's right. Come on.
Morgana's
Alright.
stunned by what's happened.
Okay. Izzy is going to acrobatics to there. She's going to attempt to anyway.
Yep. I think it's 16 you need to make. Uncovered that. So you easily make, yeah, you're going to make that anyway. So, yep, successful.
Come on.
Ooh, that's a lot of dice.
So that's not confirmed, but that looks like you'd only get one attack though, yeah? But it's not a crit, so you've just got the one attack.
So if it was one attack, wouldn't it be the first one, which was a 20? Oh, okay, don't worry. I'm catching up.
Yeah, but it was a not confirmed crit because
Yeah.
that still gets rolled, so yeah.
Because I went from the first one and then the second one. I did drop down to the third. Yeah.
But, you know, Izzy still does a bucket load of damage and kills it.
Now I'm bringing out my second dagger. Woo.
Right. Which one did you do? The it was number 2, I think, wasn't it? So thoughts on so number 1 is drops that and moves to here to attack Nala. Misses. This one moves to this one is the one. This is the one you did. So this one, I think, throws its crossbow as far as it can throw it. Is there any chance it could hit someone? Absolutely not. And sorry, what was it? That was all it had to do. So that's its round done. Or it's done that.
Yep, that
So
was it.
2. Bluff number 3 will just keep going. And miss. This one is going to come up and personally engage Izzy. But rolling a 4 is hopeless, and this guy dropping that is going to go to here. Nella on. And still miss. Excellent. They are hopeless. Chester.
Mercenary number 5. I'm going to sow the thought that attacking while lying down is a much safer way to fight.
And so this was number which one again? Sorry, Michael.
5.
Okay, 5. Yep. Well, you think you're going to be successful with that?
I'll take a 5-foot step and stab that guy if I can.
Number 4. Yep. You have missed.
Not good.
Dogbio.
Get him, Dogbio.
Why do you
Oh,
have a -3 on you?
because I got a tower shield.
Okay.
I know I can-
And I power attack regardless of how high their armor class is.
Obviously. Gotcha.
I just focus on dodging all the incoming attacks.
So from
Nella's sort of on his own, so From's gonna take a 5-foot step that way. And try and that was a 19, you all saw that. Whoa.
Izzy.
Oh, wait, I should be even worse with power attacking at the moment, shouldn't I? Because I've gained levels.
Izzy's going to 5-foot step to there.
Yep.
Just one attack.
Well, you could have 2 because you've only taken a 5-foot step. But if you're using
no,
vital
I could.
striking,
No,
Yep.
I could. I know. I'd rather hit. So.
Yep. and hit you have. And you have killed that one. Right, well, this one is going to continue to attack Nella, who's, I suspect, it's rolled a 20, so that's a hit. And a critical hit.
The happiness in your voice is just disgusting.
Well, Nella's like the hardest to hit out of everyone.
That's why I put him in that spot.
Well, you know, apart from Umbro.
This
you
guy
needed to
goes.
roll a 18 to hit Nella.
That could have been a critical on Izzy. Come on out loud. Let's go in and attack Izzy again. Miss. Actually, I've got to take that. Well, he missed anyway, so I'm going to have to. He crawls. He goes to there and drops down. I'm going to, or crawls. I've just got to put prone on him, since he's the one who now believes that fighting while on the ground is the best way of going about things. And this one is going to attack Nella. And hits.
No,
Now,
that
just
shouldn't
sorry.
hit.
It shouldn't hit, but have you put these effects on your character?
Yeah, because I'm base 19 with a total D of +4 takes me to 23.
Right, and he got 22.
Yeah.
It's telling me that's a hit. But look, if you're saying you're 23, yep.
The AC +4 doesn't have the colon.
Oh, the colon. Yep, you're right.
Sorry, Chester Copperfield. Sorry. Yep, you'll go. Apologies.
Those bloody Collins.
Oh, just back off, man.
Everyone needs a good colon.
Hey,
Well, there's another guy who plays, Michael, and you remember Kimmy. He's coded it with DR, but he's mixed it up so he has DR20 like on for everything all the time.
oh, jeez.
Because I thought I said, why have I done no damage to him? And then it was a coding error. Sorry,
but-
Chester, you.
That's all right.
Coding error.
I,
In inverted commas.
I say to mercenary number 1, you look like you could do with some cheering up.
Oh, he gets a 20.
Fuck
He's
Fucking, you can stay grumpy, shithead. I know if I cast that on Humphrey, it'd work.
Yeah, that's right. Take a 5-foot step and try and stab it.
Yep.
Remembering that I can attack even harder now, so I'll get a bigger minus.
Excellent.
Oh!
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, I'm afraid. Dog BA.
Mm.
Oh, no.
I thought my dog was going to outdo me there for a second.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
total D again.
So from?
Oh, you total D. All right. Oh, I thought you meant you were being a total dick.
That
Unlike
is
my
me.
D, small fish. About time.
Hey.
Yeah, let's do 2 damage. No, let's do 7. 11.
Yep.
7,
Cool.
11, eh?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I'm sure they can't. We're back to Izzy.
All right. Wait. All right. And just one attack at mercenary 5.
Mm-hmm.
That. Come on.
That is a hit. I mean, it is prone as well, so.
Even better.
Oof.
And you have killed it.
5-foot step into there.
I mean, I'm sure Chester would claim an assist with that.
Oh, for sure.
Equally, good job, all 3 of us.
That's right, the flanking, of course.
4 of us. Dogbio as well.
This guy drops his weapons and does a full round retreat.
That one's my kill.
Dogbio, fetch.
Yeah.
This one does likewise.
Yeah.
And this one does likewise. So I mean, it would be Chester's go, I guess. Chester, we can. If you guys are going to let them go, then we don't worry about it. But if you're going to attempt to pursue them, then yes, we'd play. We'll get to the end of the round and then.
So I'll
Then
step up
finish
in
it up.
between the big boys and wave my dagger and say, "Yeah, you flee from us." Waving my dagger.
You tell
around.
them.
Well, that didn't go well. I'll let him go, I guess.
Okay,
Dogbio can let him go.
Nala.
Nala is racing his crossbow in a parting shot. Oh, there's. God,
Yep.
I'm lucky I didn't hit the team.
Yep. From.
I'm trying to. Can't reach. Yeah, run away. Angred will get you.
Are there any,
Oh,
are there any other witnesses that I told them that their boss was doing well and they attacked us, so that we can be like, hey, these guys are maniacs?
lies upon lies.
Let's assume that there's no one immediately round at the moment, other than you've got your 3 house spirits that are there. But we can finish up there, and you guys can decide whether you want to, how or if you want to pursue these guys next week.
Yeah, no worries.
Otherwise, see you then. Thank you all very much.
Thank you once
Thanks,
again.
guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks.
Stupidity that we do.
Good evening session, everyone.
Right.
See you all.
guys.